Okay, on Arts Channel, Gene Deal stated that Greg Kading did not solve the Tupac case or the Biggie case, and that he's just profiting off these stories and they're not factual. If he didn't solve anything, how did certain people know Keefe D to interview him and ask him about the shooting of Tupac?
Okay. Yeah, that's the thing is, y'all gotta understand. If Greg Kading, and he said he didn't leak the, well, he leaked the audio, but he said he didn't record it. He said someone else recorded it. If Greg Kading wouldn't have recorded that information or that proffer agreement, do y'all think anybody would ever believe what Keefe D said? It's still about 5 to 10% of you stupid motherfuckers out there that don't believe it. Still, I can see y'all already typing. He didn't do it. He's a pawn. Even his Tupac sperm donor daddy even, believe that. He's just a pawn. One minute he talked bad about him, then the next minute he's a government agent. Just because he's such an anti-government person that have no knowledge, don't even know his son. Uh, you all probably seen him in person at a concert more than he saw his son in real life. But my point is, if Greg Kadings and them would have never put that information out there, just as John said, how would he? How would anybody know to ask the questions that they did? So Greg Kadings did solve this case by having that tape recording and by interviewing him and by putting him in jail or dangling over his head the possibility of going to jail for his drug case that they had on him. Y'all would still be up there in limbo. 50% of y'all probably be still believing that Reggie Wright, Suge Knight bullshit. I know about 5% of y'all idiots still want to push that because y'all just don't want to be wrong. Y'all heroes that was on YouTube that y'all looked up to, the rapping idiot and the carpet head and the suicide man, Frank and all of them. Y'all want to make their theory to be right, but real people know. Every interview y'all hear from anybody from LA or Los Angeles, from the game recently, I mean, I'm not going to show names because everybody always told you, we all been knowing who did this. But all you motherfuckers from UK and Georgia or all got an opinion, or New York, especially New York, got an opinion on what happened just because that's how it might have happened in your area or something like that. But everybody in LA knows why this happened, when it happened, and talked about it happening. But still had a 50-50 belief, if y'all keeping it real, on what y'all thought. But until Greg Kading's and that audio came out, and then Keefe D started backing it up with his statements, for whatever reason, stupidly, dumbest criminal in history, go down as dumbest, yes. But tell the truth. Now about 95% of y'all believes it because y'all heard it from Greg Kadings, correct? Because y'all heard it from Keefe D, correct? So, yeah, ultimately, Greg Kadings and his task force, not just Greg Kadings. So I hate that people keep putting it on Greg Kadings. Greg Kadings and his task force team or co-workers solved that case. Now, why is getting prosecuted today? That's a different subject. It was because of people like Mike Dorsey, who kept staying and writing and harassing the hell out of the detectives and the DA office of Las Vegas. It's for people like Vlad, who kept putting the the information out there. BET Chronicles, y'all forget their house got raided behind some things that were said, and ultimately, I know they said it was behind some stuff that Suge was doing, but BET Chronicles did it. Murder Rap, first documentary exposed it. Murder Rap book, Keefe D's book. All of those things played a part to why Vegas had got tired and said enough is enough, and decided to prosecute Keefe D. I keep hearing people on YouTube talking about he has a federal immunity. He don't have a federal immunity. That's a state case. He has a Queen for the Day proffer agreement to talk about it, so they wouldn't pursue a federal case that they had on him. I know y'all like to believe that the federal agents can just walk in and take over. There's different systems, y'all. You got court systems for state, court systems for the feds. They don't always agree with each other. Now, the feds can supersede and say, our case going first, but that don't make the state case go away, and vice versa. But I know because of TV and because of YouTube attorneys, we all believe if the feds come in, then state, y'all step aside. That's not how it works. That's not how it works, because if that was the case, Donald Trump wouldn't be worried right now. He would have said, hey, I'm going to go win this election, and then when I become president, all this shit going to go away. Donald Trump could be the first motherfucking president, if he win, being the president from a state penitentiary. Because it would be nothing that the feds can do if a state judge put him in prison. But y'all need to learn that, research that, and know the difference. I know I went off based on the question, but I'm here to educate you, motherfucker. So you can't say you didn't hear it, because y'all know everything that I say eventually comes to head. It may take a little time. But yeah, I heard that interview. It's unfortunate, but the one thing that I get from the interview from Gene, and I kind of do like from that particular interview, that he has some respect for Suge. He never really on Suge Knight. And like I on Puffy and I on Gene or whatever. But he seemed to have a form of respect for Suge. And if I get anything positive from his interviews, that's what I get. But it's all an asshole. What I mean by that, an opinion. And we all got one. And that's all it is. It doesn't make it factual. And Greg Kading's did, by what I laid out earlier, is the one that solved that case, him and his task force, and other channels and people and entities brought the exposure to the case to make Vegas County DA and investigators work up the case. And this been going on. Y'all think it just happened? I even heard a fool say, because of your interview that they did with the daddy, caused them to do that. And I was like, man, I've been telling y'all, this been going on since about 2019. It had stepped up, the investigation. I showed y'all pictures of them knocking on my motherfucking door from my video cameras in 2021. But, hey, why we keep beating a dead horse?